Hello, welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Pisces weekly money and career reading from June 2nd to the 8th, 2025. Pisces, welcome, welcome. And let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Pisces weekly money and career, June 2nd to the 8th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well. Be on the lookout on the here out for the magic word if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for free reading. All you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comment section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of June. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for better sound, and let's get started. I'm going to pull one oracle card, see what the root of the matter is, what we need to know for this upcoming week or this week. Pisces, June 2nd to the 8th, money and career 2025. Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus. What do we need to know? What is the message for Pisces? Anchor. Okay. Looking for security in your job, anchoring yourself in a new job. You're sort of attached to certain ways, attached to a job, to a person, to someone that really, really was there for you, or you trusted, or guided you, or mentored you, or got you a job, or something like that. You sort of have an attachment to that person, and you're very loyal to that person. So let's pull some cards. But I feel like you're loyal to someone, or loyal to a job, or loyal to a company, or something like that, or a philosophy or something. And that was your security up to now, or that is your security. Now let's pull cards. Let's see what the tarot says, because I almost feel, and if I remember correctly, in the past couple of readings, there's a big push forward. Yep, there we go. We have there's a big push forward to change, detaching yourself, letting go that security that you have had maybe for many, many years. A way of working, a company you worked for, or sort of schedule, your career, whatever it was, that routine that you've had for many years. And that is shifting, changing. And it's really pushing you to let go. You're settling yourself into something new, beautiful. You're going to move into another project. You're going to follow a passionate project, or you're going to follow your heart on a subject. It can be a creative project, doesn't have to be. Seems like there is another person there with you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a business person, or someone that knows how to pinpoint opportunities or turn opportunities into success. There's finances there. This is someone that is powerful, but someone that has the finances, right? Someone that's comfortable financially, and it can be a business person. It can be you finding that opportunity and settling into this new opportunity, a creative project, a creative job, but it feels like Queen of Swords, honesty. You want honesty. You don't want any BS. You want to be in your power. You want to be in your intellectual power. That is very important for you. Integrity is very important for you. Your voice is very important to you, obviously, but like you want to be heard. I feel like this is a person, this King of Pentacles in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like this is a person that you have to have a conversation with. Yes, there's something shaking things up. You don't trust them, or there's something you feel is fishy. There's a subject you have to bring up with the Tower. Or it's just you suddenly being made aware, or suddenly there's that awakening, that moment where you realize that, okay, well, this is not going to happen anymore. It's finally, I know that I have to shift, I have to change jobs, or I have to change careers, or I am moving into another direction. I know this is it. And maybe you've been hanging on for a while. It is possible. But with the Tower and the Death card, right, is really the moment where you realize, right, that you have to accept this change, or have to accept this chaos going around with change, and maybe you don't trust the people as much, or there's certain people you don't trust, or you feel like this is something that that maybe people got away with something, or maybe you had to pick up slack for people. There's a certain unbalance here on how you feel clearly with the Death card and the Tower. So it's sort of a breakdown, and it's sort of an emotional breakdown, but allow this emotional breakdown to lead to your transformation and your healing. And allow yourself, again, with the Death card and the Tower, to let go. Let go, to push into something more aligned, more spiritual. I feel like this is a lot about money, a lot about, I'm hearing engagement in a business, a lot about connections with that person that is very comfortable financially, that you no longer have ties to, or you have to have those harsh conversations with that person. This can be a manager, this can be a boss, this can be someone you worked with, this can be someone you relied upon for a while, you connected with for a while. This person was your anchor. This person was your anchor, or this job, or this company. And this is really about accepting that change with both the Tower and the Death card. So this is a moment where you will have the conversations, and that conversation seems to sort of shake things up, but it's liberating for you. And it's liberating you from old structures, from illusions, right? That maybe you thought it was going to continue, or you thought you could continue to work with that person or trust that person to allow you to continue your job or make more money with them or move on to a different path, but with the same anchor, with the same person. And I think that now there's a new understanding of your state and what's going on. And even if you've always you've known it for the past few months, I think that you really wanted to continue in that vein and continue to work with that person, even though you feel like little by little it's not working anymore, or it's not, it's not profitable anymore, if that makes sense. And this is about understanding, and it really forces you to come to confront the truth with the Tower. But at the same time, it's a relief and it's liberating. So once we confront the truth, and once we really accept, and we're not in denial, or we're not in waiting for a miracle, or waiting for things to, go back to the way they were supposed to be, or back the way they were before, because that's what we want, and we need things to just remain the same. Unfortunately, that's, that life is not like that, and things get chaotic, and we move into, to change. And the transformation is always, or can be, not always, but can be a little tricky to just accept the truth and accept the change. And here, the Ace of Wands, there we go, new beginnings. So it's not like there's nothing behind it, but the release or the letting go seems to be a little difficult. Or you're just, I feel like with the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords, it's just like, okay, well, we have this conversation. We have to have this conversation, and I just don't want to deal with this anymore. There we go. End of cycle. End of cycle, but end of beautiful cycle and the beginning of a new one. Yeah, addressing the issues, something has to come up. I mean, but I don't think it's a secret. I don't think these are secrets coming out. I think that these are things that need to be said that haven't been said, or that you haven't said, or that you haven't had the conversation or the meeting, right? To just get down to the truth and be in reality and make the choices. Yes, from the past, ties in the past, emotional attachments from the past, but establishing something new, disillusions, or at least you have other options. You have other options, and it's okay if it didn't work out, or if it's okay if you try different things, and it's okay if some work and some don't, right? Is it fun? No. Are there difficulties? Might be, but this is not a bad reading. This is the continuation of the past few readings I've done in this transformation. Again, change of career, change of places, maybe relocating, maybe starting something completely new. In the past readings, I felt like, and it's funny because usually I don't remember readings, but for some reasons, Pisces, I remember the vibrations, I feel the energies. And for me, this is you either going to school, getting another diploma, or getting guided by someone, establishing a new structure around you, maybe something more conventional, or maybe you are, if you're not taking classes or going to school, it feels like there's certainly someone there guiding you within a very conventional establishment. So it can be a school, it can be government, it can be something that is very ruled and regulated, or it can be someone with a lot of knowledge, and you're sharing your knowledge with that person to move forward. And there we go. So even though you have disillusions, or hold on one moment, let me just grab a little tea. Even though you feel like maybe people disappointed you, or you felt, this is a moment where you're reconnecting to your knowledge, everything you've done up to now, everything you've learned, the diplomas you have, or the experience you have. You're now going to enter a space where you're going to be working with other people. Maybe you're teaching, maybe you're learning, maybe you're entering a government establishment or institution or something like that. But there is a group effort here, joining a team, hiring a team, building something, building a project, or being part of a new team in a company, whatever it is. And we have the Emperor. So there can be a father figure that is very present here, helping you, guiding you. This can be the same person, but at the same time, the Emperor is about finding that structure, taking responsibility, and setting healthy boundaries for this new path. Feels like a whole new path with this Emperor. It's like you want to be very disciplined, or when you start something, learning, or start with this new team, or start a new job, or because there's a new beginning here with the Ace of Wands. So whether it's a job or career, a project, or whatever, comment down below, Pisces. Remember that these are collective readings, collective energies, and this is a community that comes together to empower each other, to find strength and power, or clarity, or manifestation, or solace, or balance, whatever, right? Everyone comes here for a different reason, but it is with you, sharing your energies, sharing your mindset, what you're going through, that I am able to continue to deliver these messages. So share down below. And if you don't wish to share, like I always say, just put a heart down below or put the magic word so we can share these energies and move forward together. So with the Emperor, this is really managing your emotions. As it's difficult maybe to push forward, but you have this discipline to set those healthy boundaries, to be strong and really go through your emotions or manage your emotions through very rational thinking, right? What do I have to do? What's the next step? Okay, I can't work with this one. Or what do I need? Do I need a diploma? Do I need to sign a contract? Do I need to relocate? Where are the sources I need to connect or to network to figure things out? That's very factual and rational thinking. And I feel like that's where you are right now, where you're focusing on that self-control to focus and focus on your responsibility, on making choices, on what you need to start this new job or to enter a new career or to be part of a new project, or to get that job in that company, or to start your own business, whatever it is. It's going to be different for each and every one. And because we have the anchor here, this is something that no matter what you choose to do, it's going to anchor you again. So if you feel like you don't have that anchor anymore because you had that job for such a long time, or you work with that person for such a long time, or you had that business for such a long time, you are going to find it again. You're going to find your next anchor. I don't feel like, right? I feel like even though you have multiple options and maybe you're not quite sure exactly which ones you're going to choose, or you might choose a few before you get the right one, or test a few, or just to figure things out before you find your next anchor spot. And I feel like you're finding your next anchor spot. Make sure you fact check, back check whoever you're working with or whatever you're searching for, or if you have documents or you have meetings or interviews, just make sure you fact check everything. I feel like this is a new, obviously it's a new beginning for you, but I feel like it's a new space, a new team. These are new people. I don't feel like this is I don't feel like these are people that you used to work with. Let me see what the anchor says. What is this anchor about? These attachments, this security, this, this securing your foundation. Yes, there you go. Trust yourself. You are transforming a challenging situation into reality, but into success. So trust yourself, believe in this. You're moving into something smoother. You will anchor yourself. I think that that's, in your mind, the most important, to find stability and security. And you're going to say, well, of course, that's what I want. But, not everybody needs that very founding, solid. Some people want to be freelance. Some people like to have multiple jobs. Some people, like more freedom. It feels like here you want between the Hierophant and the Hierophant and the Emperor and the Anchor. It feels like you need something on solid grounds, like almost like a contract, in an administrative establishment or in a school, or, something where that's very stable. It doesn't feel like you want to jump from one thing to another. And all right, let's see. So you're standing your ground. You're on the defense a little bit, but there you have an offer here. You've been waiting patiently. Again, Again, the High Priestess, so that tells me there's a lot of things to be addressed. Aries, Leo, Sag there. There's a lot of things to be addressed, even though you're one more card on this, hold on, one more card on this Knight of Wands. But I don't feel like that's you. I feel like there's a person around you that is a little flighty here, not very serious or not taking their responsibilities. And I feel like that's why you have the Emperor, where you feel you have to be the responsible one. You feel you have to rely upon yourself to take your responsibilities, because maybe there's someone around you that doesn't really take their responsibilities, so you have to pick up the slack, or you have to be the grown-up here. Something like that. There you are. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but I think that you will be moving forward. You will become more and more confident. And I feel like this is everything that needs to be addressed will be addressed. And if not everything is said, things will come up in the right way, in the right timing. If you're trying to get the answers to everything on why it happened, or why it's not going the way you want, or why you're getting the right answers, or why people are not addressing the right problems or subjects or issues, whatever, you will know in due time. And maybe you won't know everything. And that's okay if you don't know everything. Things will be, light will be shined on what will be need to know. And I think that here, as you get a new offer to, you have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this is all you navigating your emotions, but putting yourself in a very creative mode. You want to create, you are passionate about something, you're moving forward. Your mission is to move forward, and your mission to move forward, to follow your heart, follow what you want to do, and be free to do what you want to do. Yet at the same time, you want to have, it's not fun. You want to be creative. You want to be free in a very conventional establishment, or free in a very structured environment. You want the security, you want the paycheck, you want the rules, the regulations, you have a lot of self-control. You know that you can work really hard, you take your responsibilities, and you want that, you want to be in a safe, structured place. I know I keep repeating that, but that's the way I read. Yet at the same time, you want your freedom of creativity, or you want to be in an environment that allows you to be creative and speak your ideas and offer new ideas and be with people that will listen to you and enjoy your ideas. Very interesting. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Pisces, weekly, money and career. Remember that if you are interested in getting a tarot reading, sometimes I get messages on people that want a personal tarot reading on a one-on-one basis. I don't do that yet, maybe one day, but for now I don't do that. It's not available, but I do have tarot sessions every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, where we come together. And by becoming a member, by joining membership, not subscriber, but membership, that gives you access to a tarot reading every Sunday if you want to join us. So as long as you're a member, you can get a tarot reading, and you can cancel anytime. All right. Let's see if there's one last message for the road. Pisces, weekly, money and career. Finances, long-term financial stability. A lot of competition. Okay. So there you go. Maybe you're competing for a job. Maybe you're doing interviews for a job as a teacher or as a administrative in government, or whatever that structure is that feels very conventional with a lot of rules and regulations. Whatever that looks like for you, if you connect with this, there's a lot of competition, but yet you would stabilize financially. You would be, it's like job security, right? And so you're very honest with who you are and what you want, and it feels like you're having meetings about that. You're competing to get that job, and you're competing for that security. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for being here, for connecting to these readings. Pisces, gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Gratitude to each and every one. I want to say that the magic word here is stability. So if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading, all you have to do is put the word stability down below in the comment section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of June. Thank you so much for watching. Pisces, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.